can't see that I'm sitting up on a little blankets. And you're welcome to do the same. It just releases some of the tension in the hip flexors if the hips are a little bit higher than the knees. With the eyes closed, take in this moment. Start at the floor and that interface between your body and whatever you're seated on. And notice that in just as much as you are sitting down, the earth is also rising up to meet that energy. Start to take in the sounds within the space. Feel the air on any part of your skin that might be bare. Gentle breeze that's cool. And then invite that breeze to come inward. On your next inhale, bring it in. Let it pour deeply into the lowest parts of the abdomen. Let it fill you, fill you, fill you. And then let it go again, easily, peacefully. Relax the tongue. See if you can bring the shoulder blades a little closer to each other behind you as if to kiss. Open your heart and smile. Good. Remain focused on the breath for just a few more rounds. And my suggestion this evening is to work within your physical capacity. I'll cue up a pretty strong practice, but I'll give you some alternatives. And as we go along, give yourself grace every step of the way. Just a couple more breaths right here. From here, if you are seated on a lifted something on a bolster, go ahead and get that out of the way so that your ankles and your sits bones are on the same level. You'll take the hands onto the hips and just start a little Sufi grind. And all that means is you're just rocking around on the sits bones. As soon as you're willing to close your eyes and go a little deeper inside, just do it. Allow the neck and shoulders to sway. Take 2 more breaths in this direction. And go the other direction. See if you can deepen these last few rounds of breath. And then give way to the middle and shift to the hands and the knees. So we're going to be working on the hands and knees for just a little bit. I would recommend padding under the knees. Once you've got adequate padding under the knees, sit the hips back into a child's pose. Let the arms extend out front. Find your awareness of the breath once more, and then walk your fingertips over to the right. The arms are shoulder distance apart, the head midway between the biceps, and the left hip is heavy, heavy, heavy. Expand to the top of your inhale and see if you can sip, sip, sip just a little bit more. Let it all go as you bring the hands around to the front and then walk them right over to the left side, second side. Few breaths here. One more breath to see if you can expand into the edges of your inhale. And then when you let it go, just come around to the middle. Let your arms drift behind you, stacking the palms up on the sacrum. And then we're going to go one at a time, sweeping right arm forward. You're going to lift up to the knees. So a kneeling position. And at the top, just have a little wee back bend. Let the exhale draw the navel in to support your descent. And then right arm replaces left, left arm sweeps forward. The in-breath brings you to the top, a little baby back bend. You got it. Keep going. Two more breaths. Good. As you finish, go ahead and slip the hands forward. Come to the hands and the knees for a few rounds of cow, cat. Now, along with the movement, I'd like you to begin to listen silently, internally, for the sound Om on the exhale. And so rounding the back like a scaredy cat, you can just sense Om. Your inhale, happy cow. Let's transition to a child's pose. An internal om as you descend. Keep the momentum. Travel forward, happy cow, down dog. Oming internally. Let's repeat. Knees to the earth. Happy cow. Oming cat. Child's pose. Dog. Knees descend. One more again. And when you finally arrive at down dog, that internal om continuing to resonate, go ahead and pedal the legs, shift and sway and stretch and enjoy. From here, clear your mat. Take about just a 6-inch step at a time and see if it's possible to plant the feet, bending the knees as much as necessary. So just sort of walk your way to the top. Uttanasana. Hang out a bit here and stretch through the west side of the body. Let the Achilles and the hamstrings wake up. Good. Press the feet down, rise up with the arms. Bring a little light into the heart space. And we're just going to hang at the top, bringing the hands onto the hips and rotating the fingertips up towards the armpits. So feel your feet without having to look at them. You separate your toes and feel all 4 corners of your feet on the earth. See if it's possible to climb the hands up the rib cage just a little bit more and extend through the elbow points, whatever that means. Now relish the intensity here, because the intensity is indicative of the need. Inhale, on the exhale, chin to chest. Next inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhales, chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder on the in-breath. Keep going. Take advantage of these last breaths. So 1 or 2 breaths to bring you to symmetrical. And then once you're there, you go ahead and let the hands go, shake them out a little bit. We're coming to the top of the mat. Left foot strides back, Virabhadrasana 1. And so right foot's a little to the right so that we can square the hips and heart forward. Pick the arms up. Nice. We're looking here to send the tailbone directly down. And so you can accomplish that. These are the front base ribs. You can accomplish that by drawing the front base ribs into the body. So we have this natural curve. When you draw the front base ribs into the body, the tailbone goes down. Nice. Here's the movement. It's open arms, elbows and palms meet, and an offering. This is called mudra. One more time. Beautiful, Mimi. Yeah. Fold. Pivot on the back toes, step back to plank. Now here's where it's going to start to get a little bit warm. We're going to do double up dog vinyasas like this. Inhale at the top, exhale to hovering. So chaturanga. Now keep the toes turned under and pull the heart space through for an up dog. Keep the toes turned under. Yes. Plank, chaturanga, and then this time coming onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Bravo. Down dog. When you get to downward facing dog, tune back into the internal Om. And now look forward, move forward in some fashion. Come to the top. And sit back. Utkatasana. Nice alignment, Renee. Yeah. Beautiful, Sydney. Once again, the front base ribs drawing into the body lengthens the spine so that the tailbone can get a little heavier. You can deepen the bend in the knee. Press up through your pose. Bring some light down into the heart. Let the right foot stride back. Vira one. Beautiful, PK. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale as you create these hand gestures, these mudras. One more. Arms up, arms down. Plank. Inhale at the top, exhale chaturanga to hovering, toes turned under, up dog. Plank. And up dog proper. That's it. A breath or two to rest, and remember that at any time you need to bring your knees down, you can. And if up dog is too strong this evening, default to cobra instead. Please bring your feet. Let's go 6 inches forward and the width of your mat. Toes turned under. Knees bent so deeply that the shins are parallel to the floor. So the weight is shifted forward just a little bit, a little plankish. Yeah, good. Inhale, pick the hips up as high as they'll go, send the heels into the floor, melt the heart towards the thighs. Exhale, shift the weight forward, bend the knees so much that the shins are parallel to the ground. Keep the navel toned as you move with the breath. Couple more rounds. When next you're at down dog, stay there. Lift the hips way high. Lift the hips so much that it's like your hands become light. And then go ahead and make your way the rest of the way forward. Come up to the top. Utkatasana. Almost there. One more breath. And then just rise up triumphant out of that fierce pose. Bring some light down into the heart and then let it travel all the way down the heart line. Let that go. The plank, the up dog, and the fierce pose. Take a moment. Take in your surroundings. Next, warrior one, left leg strides back. Take your position and aware that the sounds we will use are om, so like S-O, and hum like H-U-M. Those are the sounds. So join me. Inhale. Om so. Again. Om so. Good, Amanda. Let's keep going. Om so. Last one. Om so hum. Carry it all the way forward. Make your offering. Let the hands plant down. Right leg moves back to plank or bring the knees to the floor. When you're ready, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Kumbhakasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana proper. Hey, down dog. So hum is translated, I am that. That I am. And so you might consider, what is that for you? Yeah. What would you like to have more of? And then Om is the power of creation. So there's the significance. When you're ready, you're just going to travel one step at a time and relish the simplicity of moving step by step forward. It's the only way we can go. Let the feet press down, take the arms up. Now sit back as if into a chair. We'll be here a few more times, and so I promised variations that might be helpful. This is always perfectly appropriate during fierce pose. We're going to give it 3 more breaths. Wherever your arms is fine. On the inhale, lift up out of that ferocious pose. Ground yourself completely in the moment. Without even thinking, the right foot strides back. You take your warrior one. It's steady. Root through the tailbone. We chant. Inhale. Om so. Om so. Om so. Last one. Om. Make your offering. Transition. You know what to do. Get it, Sydney. That's beautiful. Take your resting pose, and it can be a child's pose. It can be a tabletop. It can be a down dog. Just lay down on your belly. Whatever you're doing, really, really do it. Really, really relax right here. See if you can still hear the mantra. And then join me at the front of the mat. Find your way by any fashion. Walk the standing. And sit back with Utkatasana. Consider that we really want transformation, but that takes some energy. So this posture is doing that for us, calling into third chakra, this Rudrani, this essence of renewal. Yeah. And so as it starts to percolate, get one or two more breaths. We're collecting energy. Go ahead and dive forward. Here, left foot steps back, right foot a little to the right. Anchor the back foot into the floor to rise up. So now one. We chant. Inhale. Om Soham. Om Soham. Om Soham. And I go a little deeper in the knee. Nice. Om Soham. You know what to do. Nice PK. Good. When you get to your resting pose, let the resonance of your mantra continue to move internally. front of the mat. Top of the mountain. And one more exultant opportunity to collect Rudrani, all in the solar plexus. Front base ribs into the body to affect the downward descent of the tailbone, heavy in the heels, light in the toe. Notice the sensation and claim it. It's yours. One more breath. And you let it go. Right foot back, Vira 1. Now let's just call it what it is. Om, I am that. We're making a statement, a gesture to the world. Here we go. Inhale. Om so. Om so. Om. Om. Oh, last set. Thanks, Renee. Love it. Well done, everyone. Go to down dog purposefully, 3 breaths. Let the knees come down. Shift onto your back. And you can keep your feet this direction for now, just so you can see. I'm just going to play and bridge a little bit. So first, align the heels beneath the knees and get the shoulder blades tucked neatly underneath you. Let the hands fall down by the hips, palms down. You're going to pick the hips up off of the floor like 2 inches, not a lot. And then once you get there, make your hips move in all manner of directions that you could imagine. So think, belly dancing gestures and so forth. And so tucking and thrusting and pivoting and shifting and just seeing what the hips, what's available there a little bit. And then when you're ready to pull up into a nice strong bridge, feet steady on the floor. Maybe you reach up underneath you to clasp opposite hands. Even if you're not taking the bind, do press the backs of the arms down more. Right foot presses into the earth. Left foot presses up as if onto the ceiling panes. Press down through the right foot as much as you're pressing up through the left foot. Breathing and transitioning. Take the other side. Right foot presses skyward. Left foot presses down. Hips are lifting way high. Good. Right toes on the floor. Pop up onto all 10 toes. Release the hands. Let the hips go. Windshield wiper knees. side to side. Go for your block. Here, station the block under the hips, closer to the tailbone than to the waistline. So pressing the feet down, pick the hips up, set the block into position. Shoulder blades under the back body. As you walk the feet out towards the edges of the mat and let the knees knock in towards each other. You can stay here if this is satisfying. If you're getting your work done here and you want to linger, you can. But an alternative would be to walk the feet in, let the soles of the feet come together and let the knees drift out to the left and the right. So this has its own flavor. Once again, you can stay right here, or maybe bring the knees flush, or excuse me, bring the feet flush to the floor. Let the left foot stay grounded, lengthen the right leg, heel touches down. Take your breath or your mantra into the hip or any other part of you that's experiencing a depth of sensation that's remarkable. Go have a conversation with it. Om, so hum. I am peaceful. Straight legs. Allowing your awareness to travel to that part of you where the experience is vivid. Go there and have that conversation. Relate. Om. So hum. I am that. I am flexible. I am whole. I am comfortable. How about 2 more breaths right here? If you'd like, Add the right leg to the left. Now both legs long, heels resting on the earth, body draped over the block. Nice. Options. As you bend the knees and draw the heels back into a neutral position, go ahead and press the feet down, get the block out of the way. And then maybe lengthen the legs and reach the arms back like a good morning stretch. Deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to sit up. Maybe have a little forward fold, nothing too strenuous. And then just be in a position so that you can see me. It's an offering because we're ready for it. We've physically prepared for this upward facing bow. And so I'm going to show you how to give it a go. Just play and have fun with it. So the hands come into position, palms down, thumbs towards the ears on either side of the head. Now watch this. My elbows want to flare out. And that is precisely what I'm going to work with. I'm hugging my elbows into the midline in order to establish my integrity in my foundation. So first things first, press the hands down, hug the elbows in, and then I'm going to come up onto the top of the head to see if I need to redistribute my hands before pressing up. And so the action of pressing up is really hugging the elbows in. Did you guys see that a little bit? Okay. When we come out of the pose, it's just a matter of looking at the belly button so that the back of the head comes onto the floor first, and then the shoulders, and then so nice. Okay. If that's not for you, you can have a supported bridge instead, or a strong bridge. Those are the options. Gorgeous. And then it's beautiful as it is already, PK, but what happens to the pose if you gently encourage the toe mounds to move towards each other, but then anchor through the outer edges of the feet also? Perfect. Ah, it's picturesque. Yes. All right. When you're complete with whatever it is that you're doing, get it, Sydney. Get it. Toes come down. Nice. Yeah, when you're complete with whatever you're doing, you're going to turn towards the west fall. And so heads towards me, feet away from me. Add whatever props are going to provide you the sweetest Shavasana. Make a commitment to this integration. Take a deep breath in. Let it go with a sigh. Relieve yourself of any last residue of tension. One more time. Deep breath in. Feel the muscular energy dissolving. Shoulders sinking down. Chin tips a little closer to the chest as the back of the neck.
relax. Relax the tongue. Feel the front body melting into the back body, melting into the mat. Knees feel so good right now. Hips are heavy. And you allow yourself to drift down sweetly. Drink deeply, slowly of your next inhale. Mm. There's no urgency, no hurry. Feel into this moment for your mantra. Om So Hum. I am that. And what is that for you? I am calm. I'm happy. I am kind. I am generous, progressive, beautiful, intelligent, hopeful, loving, harmonious. Mm. You'd have had a chance to enjoy the last bits of your relaxation. Welcome small movements, maybe a smile, shifting the head, brushing the fingertips with the thumb. Anything else that brings you into a little hug and takes you to your side body for embryo pose. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your practice with each other and with me. I'm still so happy that you are all here. So grateful. And so our practice of Tantra is complete.